All right, what's up guys? Ryan from Elevate Security. Now, in this video I wanted to touch on something that I've definitely mentioned in previous videos, but I never took the time to demonstrate this and really show you what I'm talking about. Now, in this video I wanted to discuss and really distill what is a shell script, what is a bash script, right? You know, a lot of people probably heard the term bash scripting before or shell scripting, and they might be a little bit intimidated by it. But let me show you just what that means, what it looks like in the context of everything, and why you shouldn't be intimidated of bash scripts. So I've said this before, but a bash script is nothing more than regular commands that we would just be typing into the terminal. The only difference is that we put in a text file and they're just, you know, executed line by line. So I want to really demonstrate that to show you what I mean in this video. So in order to do this, and sorry about that in the background as my laundry is going off here, but in order to do that, really, we'll take something pretty simple. The echo command, what it does is it'll just echo it to echo whatever I type here to standard out. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right? But we're going to have that. We're going to say that we want to use this and create a file. Test file.txt. Right? Or we'll just call it test.txt. Make things a little simpler, right? So let's say we have something like that, standard out. And then we have another one where we say line 2. And then that will be written to test.txt as well. Let me be sure to close this off here. And then it will do it will sort of tie together what we've been talking about recently. And it'll append the output of that to the file as well. Well, I just typed all these things, right? And it took me 3 commands to do all this and to create our text file in this case. In another case, maybe it's to do some administrative work or to gather some kind of recon or to do some kind of security testing based off of certain data. I don't know, whatever it is you're trying to do. This is just for the sake of example, not that this is necessarily practical in and of itself. I want to explain the concept here. In this case, we got 3 commands, right? And those 3 commands, they built out a text file that we can look at here. And if we look at it, we see all of this data here. Standard out, line 2, and then the output of the ps-ef grep command for root. Well, I did all of that line by line, right? I mean, we can add something to that as well. We can maybe add... we can set a variable. Variable 1 is equal to 5. Whoops. When you do this, when you do the equal stuff, you can't have a space in bash. I forgot about that. Good thing that I demoed this live here, right? Variable 2 equals 7. If we do for example here, and we need to do this in backticks, I believe, so that it takes the results of this and puts it there. So I don't know that this matters, the space or not, but yeah, now if we take a look at that file, let's see what we find. Yeah, so there you go. So let me just clean up this file a little bit, because we had some things here that I didn't want to demo. Whoops. I accidentally deleted a line that I didn't want to. So yeah, let's just recap here so you guys don't get confused. What we did here, we'll view it with less, it'll be a little bit easier. So we had it write to a file called test.txt. First thing it wrote was standard out. Then we appended line 2, and then we appended the output of ps-ef grep for root. And then after that, we declared 2 variables, and we added those together, and we said take the output and write it to the file, append it to the file. Those are all commands that we ran manually, right? So, like I was saying, a bash script, we could put this in a bash script and it would do it automatically. It would run every command we ran automatically line by line. And that's what I want to demo really quick in this video. So here's just a very, this is a very crude, rough example, but just to show you the concept, right? If we create one, we'll call this demo.sh, right? We'll use Vim to write this shell script here. So we'll do the exact same thing in this file. I'll show you. We are going to echo standard output, and we will actually call this test script.txt. That way we have 2 different files we can compare and see that they're the same, or if they're different, we'll see they're different. And spoiler alert, they will be the same, but we can then do line 2 here, and we will append this. Right? I'm just typing all the commands that we typed before. So the reason you would use a bash script, this brings me to the next point. The reason you would use a bash script is if you're doing something that you'll have to do more than once, something that will be repeated, right? Because either way, I'm still gonna have to type this stuff out. So if I only need to do it once, I'll just do it on the command line. If this is something that I'll see myself doing over and over, then I might wanna consider scripting it so that I don't have to type this every time and it can be done in an automated fashion. That's the whole point of this. Automating stuff so that you can remove the tedious parts out of your testing so that you have more mental bandwidth, time, energy, focus, all that to put towards the things that actually require it, the non-repetitive tasks. So, you got that. Then you'll do ps-, okay, here's the part, ps-ef grep root, and you will append that as well, of course. And then after that, we define our variables. Variable 1 equals, no space, remember, no space, 5. Variable 2, sorry about my phone there. Variable 2 equals 7. And then what we're going to do is we're going to echo in backticks the results of this. And whatever you put in backticks, that is saying run this command inside the backticks and take the result of that command and, in this case, echo it or whatever you're going to do with it. So sigil is how you call on a variable. When you declare the variable in bash, you don't need the $sign. When you call on that variable, you need the $sign. So that's why we have that there. So we're just going to add these 2 variables together, and we'll append that to testscript.txt. So that should be our full script right there. Now, only thing we need to do is we need to make this executable. We can just do a +x, lowercase x, on demo.sh for that. So first we're going to cat our original one so we can see it here. And now we're going to run the script demo.sh. And of course, nothing to standard out because we just told it to append a bunch of stuff, create a file and append a bunch of stuff. So now if we look at testscript.sh, which is the one we created just now, let's see if it's the same. There you go. You see 12 at the bottom. You see the outputs of ps-ef grep for root. You see standard output in line 2. Let's compare that, right? 12 ps. The process command here, line 2, standard out. So you see, we achieved the same thing, but through a script doing it automatically. Yeah, we had to type up the commands of the script, but once we did, it just ran it automatically. Now, if I ever wanted to do this again for some crazy reason, I could just keep doing that on repeat over and over and over, and I would never have to type anything. The only thing I would have to type is /demo.sh. You'll run it. Simple as that. I can even put it on going further, I could even put it on a cron job to have this run automatically, so I don't even have to run that if it's something that I know I would need to do regularly at certain intervals. So yeah, this video is getting a little bit long now, but yeah, I hope this was of help to you guys in understanding. Don't be afraid of bash scripts. It's nothing more than bash commands. Just put in a text file and run from top to bottom. That's all it is. So yeah, hopefully this was of help to you. If it was, definitely be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment, and stay tuned for more content of this nature. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.